This is Earl on the maxproud channel, and today, what can I say? Sometimes some of the greatest bass lines that are played on music today and in yesteryear wasn't played by a bass player or a bass guitar. Today, we mourn the passing of Mr. Bernie Worrell, who, if you recognize that name, is synonymous with the Parliament Funkadelic sound. He was the keyboardist, the main keyboardist of that group, and the bass line I'm recalling for so long that will be permanently etched in my mind and a whole lot of people's minds is the bass line to Flashlight. And if you've never heard the song Flashlight by Parliament Funkadelic, please get on the internet, or please get into your friend's record collection and just listen to Parliament. It's a style of funk. I mean, it's like they created funk. I'm sure they didn't create funk, but it's like, you know, the French didn't create love, but they made it more romantic. Parliament, I'm sure they didn't create funk, but boy, they mastered it. They mastered it, and a lot in due part with George Clinton and his good friend and keyboardist Bernie Worrell. Bernie Worrell was born in 1944 in Long Branch, New Jersey. He died at the age of 72 on the 24th. He had a bit of a bout with stage 4 lung cancer. Terrible. Well, he finally succumbed to that. And what can I say, man? He not just played with Parliament Funkadelic, he played all genres of music. He played with Talking Heads at one time, and Adrian Belew. Later on, he had his own orchestra, the Bernie Worrell Orchestra. I never heard him play, though. I need to get into it and see how that sounded. He was a musical prodigy as a kid and a child. He began formal piano lessons at age 3. Can you believe that? At age 3. And wrote a concerto, an actual concerto at age 8. Wow. He went on. He was a real prodigy. He studied at Juilliard and the New England Conservative of Music, and man, he had some meat behind him. When he met George Clinton, that was back when Parliament, they were just parliaments. They were called the Parliaments, and they were just like a 4 or 5 man, you know, singing group like the Temptations and stuff. You know, he moved to Detroit along with them, and he got their backing band, which was called the Funkadelics. So you can see how that turned out. Parliament, Funkadelics, they became all one band, and went to the world of funk. Took a long time, a long struggle, but they finally hit the big time, and. It's just hard. We're losing all the greats, and this man was a real heartbeat, a real soul of Parliament Funkadelic and the music and how it sounded so space age and just playing funky, as I tell you. So here's to you, Bernie. I'm gonna miss you. You've given us so much music to listen to and to catalog, and just to be forever put you in our minds and our hearts. This goes out to his family, of course, who survived him. And lost another great, and that bass line. I wish an electric bass could have played it, but I don't know if it would have sounded the same. Right? Hey, you know, had the same impact. What can I say? A little thought on that. The bass line was played by the Moog synthesizer, the old standby synthesizer that was popular coming up in the late 60s, early 70s, and was a mainstay for a long time. Some people still use the remnants of that Moog synthesizer, and from that, other synthesizer sounds came from it. And something else. I remember one quick story. I remember when Flashlight and other tunes like that using the keyboard bass came out, it was kind of a love-hate relationship and a struggle for a lot of the bass players to achieve that. A lot of bass players, fell in love with the bass line of Flashlight like I did, and they actually had to start detuning their basses because everybody had a 4-string bass with the low E, and the low E, the bass line would go under the low E, much deeper than that. So later on, when the bass luthiers and companies started making the 5-string bass and putting that B there, it was much easier to play. That's Parliament Funkadelic Flashlight tune, and that Bernie Worrell bass line, and it kind of helped us both, because when we finally got a chance to play it, with the 5-string with a deeper string, and we kept one of the main tunes we would play coming out would be Parliament Funkadelic Flashlight. So that kind of kept the song in everybody's head, making it completely unforgettable. So, yeah. I've said all about I could say, I think. Rest in peace, Bernie Worrell. Thank you for that bass line, keyboard bass line, that has been so popular and we'll never be able to get out of our heads. Beautiful bass line. Until next bass, everybody. Rest in peace, Bernie Worrell. We'll see you later.